grab the book if you want to cry, and just know there's no happy ending. And I was reading it, and I was like, what am I reading? I was scared. I was one of the people that hated it. Struggling over here. These are all of the books that I'm going to be recommending. So in today's video, I'm going to do a book recommendation tag. All these book YouTubers are doing it, so I decided to hop on the train for once, so I won't be late. I'm probably late. I'm definitely late because it's probably like 3 weeks ago, but it's fine. I'm doing it now. Do you guys notice I cut my hair? I cut my hair. I love it. My cousin cut it, and I'm like, yes. Usually a haircut's like 20 bucks, and my cousin, I would give her a $5 tip. She was like, I'll do your hair. I was like, thanks. My little bangs, I cut it a little bit because it was like going up to my eyes. I'm like, I can't say. Let's get to the video. There's like how many questions of the book recommendation tag? I think there's like 15 questions. So we have booktubers that read 10 books a month, and then we have me that is a very slow reader, and I don't read a lot of books. So in total, I really read like 40 books, so some of the books are gonna be repetitive with the question, and that's okay because I'm really proud of how much I've been reading. Okay, I'm really proud of that, and that matters. I can't stop the video without the matcha. Here's the matcha. So this order, actually, it doesn't have the sticker. George got it for me from the last video, so if you guys haven't seen the last video, make sure you guys watch that, and my boyfriend picks out a book for me to read. So if you guys haven't seen it already, watch it after this video. It's a venti matcha green tea latte with oat milk and 2 pumps of vanilla syrup. Did I say oat milk? I meant almond milk. Sweet cream cold foam. And 2 extra scoops of matcha because I love matcha. Books. Oh, shit. This is heavy. Struggling over here. These are all of the books that I'm going to be recommending in this book recommendation tag. So the first question is a book you tell people is your favorite. I live by this book. I definitely recommend this book. It's called A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. It's Hades and Persephone Greek mythology retelling, reimagining book. Just love this book. I will always recommend this book. I will always hype this book up. She is amazing. I love her writing, and this is my favorite top number 1 author. Love her. I love Scarlett, so I really hope I could get to meet Scarlett. I really love her. I follow her on Instagram, and she's bringing out more books and everything. I was like, Scarlett, notice me. So this is the first book of Hades and Persephone's retelling, reimagining modern world story. I love Greek mythology, and Persephone is my favorite goddess. Yeah, this deserves all the hype. I never hear anyone mention this book. It does have romance, it does have spice and everything. 5 out of 5 romance, 5 out of 5 spiciness. This is the highest spice I ever read. I am currently reading the second book, A Touch of Ruin, and it is third point of view, and this follows like Persephone's story, and there is Hades like point of view or his stories, but I'm not interested in that. I love Persephone individually, but yeah, I really love Hades and Persephone, and I should shut up about it because we have all these other books, but like I am skipping number 2 book that is your guilty pleasure. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip the third question. A book everyone loved but you didn't. I know people are gonna hate me for this. It's either people hate it or people loved it. I was one of the people that hated it. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I wasted my money on this. 20 bucks. So bored with this book. I tried. I was gonna do a reading vlog of this, and that didn't work out because my camera had like issues. I don't know what was up with my camera. I was doing a whole reading vlog, pushing through, trying to get through the book. 140, confirm 140. I read this much and I still had this much. I like Naomi, I like her character, but everything was so slow. People said it was slow burn. The slowest burn I ever read. The slowest burn I ever read. And people were like, I love this book and everything. I was like, how? We're done with that because I don't even want to talk about that book anymore. And then the fourth question is a book you read the fastest. The book that I read the fastest is Love in Other Words. Childhood best friends to strangers to lovers. I think this was my first childhood best friends. I love this book. Macy and Elliot, I love them. I wish I had a guy like Elliot. I loved Elliot's character. I love him. This book made me teared up a little bit. Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. Go get it. It's the best. A book that deserves more hype. You already know I'm gonna say A Touch of Darkness, A Touch of Ruin, Hades, and Persephone. I'm currently on A Touch of Ruin. This is the second book. These, I live by these. I will always hype these up. Deserves all the hype. I want to see Greek mythology books be trend on TikTok. Like, come on. And this is, did I say it? These are in the modern world, so it's not like the classic old stuff. It's in the modern world. A book that's becoming a TV show / movie. So I don't have the book and I forgot the DVD at home. It's called Where the Crawbirds Sing. I saw this all over TikTok, I believe. I didn't want to read the book because it was like based in the 1960s and that era, and I'm not interested in that. I can't read old stuff like 1960s, 1970s. I don't know what it is. I saw it on Netflix and I was like, I've seen this before. And it has Daisy Edgar-Jones, and I believe that's her name. And she was in Normal People, and I kind of like Normal People. I read like a little bit of the book and I read the little bit of TV show. I liked it. It was kind of weird and awkward. I really like Daisy, and she was on it. I was like, oh, she's on this. Maybe it's good. So then I started watching the movie and I was like, oh my god, I started crying. She's good. She's a good actress, and I started crying. I was like, she's good. So I love her. I really do. She's like such a good actress. I love her. And at the end, I was shocked. I was like, oh, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, what? She did that? Oh my god. That movie is so good. It's one of my favorite movies now, and I loved it because I like that movie, and I bet you the book is even 10 times better. Next question, number 7, is a book you reread the most. I don't like rereading books because I already know what's gonna happen. It kind of bothers me a little bit. Number 8, a book genre you don't typically read. I typically don't read fantasy / retelling, but even though I just mentioned A Touch of Darkness is a retelling and reimagining of Hades and Persephone. The other one is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. I saw this on Barnes & Noble like a long time ago, and I was like, I like Wizard of Oz. I really like that movie. I know the story behind it is really dark and scary, but I like the movie. It's everyone watched it when they were a child. So this is dark and scary. Literally, Dorothy is the villain in the story, and in the movie she's like the hero and everything like that. And no, this book, she's literally the villain, and it's crazy. It's literally like everything's so dark and upside down in this book, and I was like, what am I reading? And this is crazy. And we follow Amy Gum, another girl from Kansas, like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. I rate this, I think this was a 5 out of 5 stars for me because I like reading it, and then I was like, this is amazing. So I never seen it on TikTok, no hype, until I went to Barnes & Noble's, and I was like, wait, this book deserves the hype. This is insane, and this is good. We follow Amy Gum throughout the story, and yeah, and I did read the second book. The second book, like towards the end, I was like, I don't want to continue the series, but the first book is really, really good. Number 9, a book that deserves all the hype it gets. You already know. You already know! The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't gotta say anything about the book because I'm pretty sure you heard about this book all over TikTok. It does deserve the hype. It was amazing. It does go in depth with the interviewer interviewing Evelyn Hugo and throughout her life with her 7 husbands. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I was like, the ending was, I was like, what? Go get it. Go get it at Target, Barnes & Nobles. It deserves all the hype. Number 10, a book you usually recommend when people ask. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, or A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. Those are like 2 books. Again, I know I'm repeating them, but usually this book, because it's usually people are more attached to romance, childhood best friends, and everything, so I usually recommend this book. But if I know the person is into like zodiac signs, Greek mythology, or any of the gods and goddesses, I would usually recommend A Touch of Darkness. Usually Love in Other Words is a safe option. If I know they're kind of like me, then I would usually recommend A Touch of Darkness. And number 11, a book that has your favorite characters. Again, Love in Other Words, because I love Elia and Macy. I relate to Macy, like, I feel like me and her are literally the same. I talk about it in another video. Me and her are like literally the same person. Those are my 2 favorite characters, especially Ellie. You already know Elliot's my, I wish he exists. He's my man. Number 12, a book you wish you lived in. I wish I lived in A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. Again, because Hades and Persephone. I would love to live in a world with gods and goddesses, like Apollo, Hades, Persephone. Seems so cool, but do not mess with them. Do not mess with them. They're crazy. All right, guys, my camera shut off because it was overheating. So the next question is, I believe, number 13, a book that you thought you would hate but didn't, and is Twisted Games by Anna Haynes. This is the second book out of the whole series. I thought I would hate this because it is a princess and bodyguard forbidden love story, and I don't really read princesses and all of that stuff, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. But actually it wasn't even that bad, and I just don't like reading the politics and the life of a princess, because they have like, I don't know, I just don't like reading it. It's like a lot, and I don't really understand it because I don't live in that kind of world. Number 14 is a book that made you cry, and it's If He Had Been With Me by Lauren Nolan. So yes, this was also trending on TikTok. I did grab it from Barnes & Nobles, and it made me tear up. It was childhood friends to strangers to semi-lovers. It's not really a happy ending. Autumn and Finn, they deserve better. I wish they had their happy ending. You go through the story with Autumn. It's Autumn's point of view, and I believe there's gonna be a Finn point of view, and I'm pretty excited. I know the book is coming out soon, I believe, and I'm definitely gonna get that book. Probably gonna cry again. She met Finny, and she was like, it goes to childhood when she was younger throughout her high school years. Just grab the book, and if you want to cry, and just know there's no happy ending. Okay, we're gonna let go. The last question is a book you could read for the very first time, and that is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I got this special edition. $30 for this book, but it was amazing. Yes, I really wish I could reread this the first time. I know it was trending, and I thought it was a romance, and now it's a little bit of romance. I don't even want to talk about this book because it was so scary. I think this was my first a little thriller, because I usually read romance, and I was expecting a romance because that's what she's known for, romance. Would not consider this as a romance. Crazy, gore, blood. Think about is Verity just staring at me. There's one scene in this book, I was reading it, and then I literally did not know what the book was about. I saw it on TikTok, and I didn't want no spoilers, none. And I was reading it, and I was like, what am I reading? And I was scared, and I couldn't sleep at night, and I know that's so dramatic. Like, Verity, I was like, Verity, please don't be watching me right now. Never been scared with the book character before. I did like the book. At the end it was like team letter or team manuscript. I am team manuscript. There's no way she made that up. Those are all of the books that I recommend. My camera is about to die. Let me know if you guys read any of these books. Let me know what you guys rated. And definitely let me know if you're reading A Touch of Darkness, because I live by that book. I love that book, and it deserves more hype. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I think that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh, y'all, see y'all later. Bye.